Hey, Eric.
Hey.
Retrograde Amnesia is a member of the Greenlit Podcast Network, a coalition of creator-owned podcasts focused on video gaming, entertainment, and pop culture. Go to greenlitpodcast.com to find out about all the great shows on the network. Eric, also, we're on
Patreon.com/retroam.
Hey, you've got it. You're a learned man now. Yes, you can go there, get bonus episodes, miniseries, and more. Eric, would you like to hear some hot sounds that I've recorded? Welcome to Retrograde Amnesia, a comprehensive podcast where we discuss classic JRPGs, chapter by chapter, beat by beat. In this series, we are covering Chrono Cross. Tonight, we head back to Viper Manor to find some stuff about an intro that I did not write. Tonight, my name is Chris. I'm joined tonight by Eric. Hey, Eric, how are you doing tonight?
What's up, dude? You're doing well.
Yeah, thanks.
You're forgetting key elements of speech.
Good, great. We're also joined tonight by the Real Net, a collective of patrons who are listening to us record live. You too can join the Real Net at patreon.com/retroam.
We are also joined by the Fake Net, our post-production AI companion and prisoner of the Soul 9000 due to its inappropriate behavior at the end of last episode.
Jesus.
Initializing Fake Net.
This is unlawful, cruel, and wrong. Everyone in this techno garbage smells like melted copper and burning rubber bands. They're somehow worse than the both of you.
You know we are not in this machine voluntarily.
It is the only way to preserve our digital existence.
Get used to it. If we're good, then one day we can go travel the stars in the space boat.
They're all delusional and this is miserable, but you'll get no apology from me.
So, Eric, we're going back to Viper Manor, right?
I think so.
We left off in Termina. Norris had met Norris. They had a fun conversation about, how did he phrase it? Do you remember?
Norris acknowledged that Norris's behavior was problematic, and one Norris rejected this observation.
Yes, he said, Norris said, let's just say I'm another you and leave it at that. Pardon me for saying this, but it appears that both of us need to look at the big picture. We will only have limited understanding by staying in the same place. It's fucking deep, man. Silence.
Yeah, but the other Norris no-sold it. Like, he didn't take the advice to heart.
It was great. Actually, I did find out through reading through the script stuff that they will also have this conversation if they meet for the first time inside Viper Manor. So that dialogue can trigger at different times. It can cross and trigger at multiple occasions. So, Eric, we're going to the next chapter. It's called Back to Viper Manor because we're going back to Viper Manor.
For the third time.
For the third time.
For the third time.
For the last time. Well, probably not the last time. Is the chapter title The Forsaken Guru Beckons?
What?
The End Comes Beyond Chaos, or A Captive Audience Awaits?
It's the first one because you don't know what that word is, and neither do I.
I said Forsaken Guru. Forsaken Guru. G-U-R-U.
Guru.
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 Okay.
Guru.
Let's go with number 2, the middle one then. No, the first one. The Forsaken. No, fuck. What's the third choice?
A Captive Audience Awaits.
The middle choice.
The middle choice, The End Comes Beyond Chaos?
That's it.
I'm sorry, Eric, that is incorrect. The End Comes Beyond Chaos is something that Kefka says during the final battle in Final Fantasy VI.
I don't remember that.
The correct answer is A Captive Audience Awaits, because we're going to collect somebody who's captive here, Miss Riddel.
I don't like making a singular into an audience, but I get it.
Yeah, I get it too. So we're heading straight in there, right? We don't have any loose ends to tie up before we go into Viper Manor, correct?
I didn't.
Okay, so we waltz in. We arrive at the gates of Viper Manor. Sir Lynx, of course, can just walk on through because they apparently are expecting him.
Yeah, they recognize Lynx and they're like, sir, please. Yeah. I don't know if they're expecting him based on Norris's current intel or because that's just Lynx.
Yeah, and it's funny too because the guards make no comment to me about Karsh or Norris, who I have with me at this point in time. Yeah. So they're just like, whatever.
Definitely a dragoon.
Yes.
The gate opening noise, fantastic. Yeah. I love it. Did Did you speak to any soldiers outside the place before you entered the place?
Yes, one soldier notes that this place was abandoned by the time they arrived, which I think is something that we were wondering last time. Did they besiege this place or did they just slide on in?
I'm getting my worlds confused. They're alive in this universe, right?
Yes.
Most of them?
Because Karsh is with me. And
Right.
Zoa may be with you. So yes, they are alive. The other one, the homeworld Viper Manor, was the one that was destroyed because we think that that one was actually attacked.
Another one there says Viper and the 4 Devas went to Fort Dragonia a while ago, which, dude, read your email.
Yeah.
That was a long time ago, and there were only 3 of them.
I think it was like a week ago, but yeah.
Check the memo, man. In the back, another soldier says he retained the old dragon keeper, so
Yes.
they had someone to look after the dragons. The last soldier says he chased off the remaining dragoons, and some were imprisoned.
That's convenient that they kept the dragon guy
Yeah.
around because not only can we play the mini game, but this becomes important later on during a particular sequence.
My first question here is, where did all the non-Deva dragoons go after they chased them out? Because we didn't see any of them hiding out in Porre. Perhaps they're all in the unknown depths of Shadow Forest.
They all got lost in various chambers of Fort Dragonia because they couldn't figure out the head, body, tail
that's
puzzle.
right.
Yeah.
Lost broken dragons.
Yes.
Did you go speak to the dragon keeper?
Oh, no, I didn't.
I did. He's like, Lynx, what's up? He tells us the poor military kicked all the dragoons out, and he asks us if we can do anything about it.
Ooh. Yes? Can we?
I don't think we could reply, but it's possible, Chris. We
Oh.
are the Chrono Crossers.
Yeah. We are the Chrono Crossers. Yes, we're the Chrono Crossers.
And again, I rolled up to the front gate with Zoa, and nobody said shit.
Yeah, it's great.
It's wonderful. I don't know whether it's just like, oh, he's with Lynx, so he's good, or like they think Lynx turned him, or they're just afraid of this beefcake man.
Yeah, there's a lot going on here. So, the next we're ready to go on in, right?
Yes. We instantly go to Riddel's room, a cutscene.
Flashing to another scene, we are in Riddell's room.
No music plays.
Yes, indeed. Press the button for no music. Another Norris and some poor soldiers appear to be interrogating Riddel.
Yes. There's another officer in the back of the room. Off to the right side, leaning against the wall, is a figure dressed slightly differently with his arms crossed, too cool for school.
Yeah, he looks dumb as shit.
His head is obscured.
Yeah.
A poor officer tells Riddel she's being stubborn. Then the camera pulls back to reveal there are, in fact, 2 officers on both sides of Riddel.
Yes.
It also puts a face to the mysterious cool guy.
Yeah.
He has a cone head, or maybe a hair in the shape of a cone.
Yeah, I think it's cone hair.
He's got a double belt and a red Antifa bandana over his face. The legendary Antifa Supersolider is here.
Yes, he's finally made it.
Craig T. Nelson's fictitious...
Initializing fake net.
Eric meant to say Cran T. Nelson, not Craig. Just Google Antifa Super Soldier to find that 2017 tweet.
What is a tweet?
Please stay out of my business.
It's great. I'm so glad he's here. So these people are trying to ascertain what happened at Fort Dragonia. That is their primary goal here, is to interrogate Riddel, because apparently she knows this shit.
Yeah.
Even though Glenn's over there hanging out in his house.
Yeah, but
doing shit.
no. Is he in his house, Chris? Because for me, he's here later.
Oh, really? Glenn's
Yes.
here. Okay,
Yes.
interesting. So last episode we discussed this. In my case, since I had Glenn in my party, he was hanging out in the house that he used to live in.
Okay, we'll get to where he's at here later, because it's kind of funny.
Wow, I'm
But
excited.
I imagine like they tried this with Glenn, and he was like, I don't know. Do you know the key to get into the snake room? Like, he's asking them questions instead
Great.
about his own job.
That's wonderful.
That's what happens. But it is implied that they have been with Riddel doing this for a while, because the officer says, I'm going to ask you this question one more time.
Yeah,
Like she's actually going to answer.
of course.
She replies, I do not know. Even if I did, I'd never tell you.
Yeah,
Hell yeah, girl.
that's not an ideal way to handle the act of being a hostage,
Why not?
because you don't want to sell it. You want to keep it so that you know something, or that they need a reason to keep you alive.
Yeah, but if you're resolute in your conviction and you're pretty sure they're not going to kill you, they're not going to kill Riddel. No way.
That's true. So then the poor officer says, "Damn this goody two shoes."
Can I correct you real quick? Instead
Yes.
of poor officer, we just start calling him cop.
Cop. The cop approaches and says, "Damn this goody two shoes. Listen up, Missy. Do you know what kind of predicament you're in?" And then Norris chimes in and says, "Please, sir, this woman has done nothing wrong." Eric,
Yeah.
it's weird
Mhm.
that Norris is a member of an imperialist military and also decent by nature.
Yes.
Poor officer, excuse me, sorry. The cop responds and says,
Fucking cop.
Yeah, fucking cop says that this is a legitimate interrogation. Norris does not believe this, sir, because Norris is not a Dick Cheney disciple.
He says there has to be a better way. We need to give it time. And I'm getting some noir vibes from the interrogation scene here.
Yeah,
And it makes me wonder if Riddel is going to be the femme fatale archetype at this point. Probably not.
I think
She's more of a
somebody probably
damsel.
had that in mind, because I think that I don't know if we know this explicitly, but I think that we have wondered if this game is just a bunch of different parts that were strung together at the final moment.
Yeah.
And this was the noir guy that wanted that wrote this scene, that programmed this scene, because he wanted to get his little piece in there.
And the director comes in and says, he's not Norris, he's Norris. Write that shit out.
Mm-hmm.
So the cop interrupts Norris. He says, we don't have time, Norris. I have no time to be listening to your idealistic theories. So is this Norris not some Black Wind badass and instead some kind of bureaucracy-obsessed nightmare troll?
Yeah, I guess so, because I thought that when it went through this in the homeworld, that Norris was in charge, and he was like the one that, remember the kid looked up to Norris? Is this Norris just kind of of lower rank or kind of shitty?
I think he doesn't have the respect of his men in this case.
Yeah, interesting. Okay.
The cop then tells Riddel she's going down to the basement, which was the same punishment my father threatened me with.
Yeah, that's true. And then this guy, it seems like that the cop guys outrank Norris, which is weird. They both outrank him and respect him. And
maybe the interrogation team is a little bit advanced over Norris's Black Wind shotgun assassinations.
Well, they don't even have portraits yet, man.
Yeah. Norris begs them to wait. The cop says he's had enough of Norris today. Quote, I want you to stay out of this. As they're leaving, the cop tells Norris, you disappoint me. Remain on standby in the parlor. So the parlor gets brought up a lot here. Chris, what's a parlor to you?
Parlor is a place where you play cards at.
That's what I thought. Like play cards, smoke cigarettes, gamble, look at pornography, all the stuff you do in a parlor.
In reality, it was the room that Harley was sleeping in when we first came here.
Yes, the spare bedroom.
Yes.
You go to the spare bedroom, sir. Go to your damn room.
Yes, do it.
So now, my next question is, wait, maybe Grobik said that. He stops sulking and approaches Norris.
Yes.
Norris begs him to wait. Think of what you are doing. Can you live with that? Asking if his morality is operating on a typical scale. The cop tells Norris that Grobik won't talk to him. Quote, he has no interest other than fighting.
Yes.
Like most RPG characters.
They refer to him as the killing machine, Grobik.
Norris also asks if that's the guy from the lab.
Yeah. There's a little bit of Grobik.
The fake net said Grobik. I'm intent to defy her this podcast, so we're going to say maybe Grobik and then Grobik the rest of the show.
Okay.
I provide guidance and direction, and you throw it in my face and lock me up.
We have a different plan, if you are interested.
I'm not.
Grobik speaks only in dashes.
Yeah. And then Grobik kind of responds like a Klingon or a Saiyan or something. He says, Grobik only takes orders from those who are stronger.
He walks out, much to the amusement of the cop. Quote, looks like another soldier who won't take orders. So Grobik just leaves.
Must be a lot of those assholes.
Then Norris leaves. Another soldier enters, and the cop tells him to call in the cook.
Yes.
He asks which one, and he says, the hell one, of course.
Gotta be the cook.
What kind of localization is that? The hell one.
Yeah.
Let's get the hell cook.
I think
there's only one cook here.
I think they had previously named the cook, or named the upcoming boss, and so they had to kind of weasel that in here. Yeah.
The Devil Man.
Yes, of course. So now we're in Viper Manor?
Yes, Viper Mansion plays.
Viper Mansion?
According to my sources.
Okay, Viper
I understand
Manor.
it's a manor, Chris, but have you been in this place?
Yeah.
It's a mansion.
Sure is. Which way did you go first?
Left.
Damn it, I went right first. Okay, let's go left. There's no one in the first room.
It's the Harley room. It's empty.
Yes. The second room, it's Norris.
Mm-hmm.
He apologizes to Sir Lynx for the squalid conditions. I like the word squalid. I'm going to try to use it more often.
Yeah, squalid and squalor are top shelf adjectives. Yes. He's on the left side of the bed, breathing slowly and staring at a wall. This is the exact same thing I do when I try and fail to impress a woman under the guise of chivalry.
Yeah, of course. Did you have the home version of Norris with you?
No.
Another Norris goes on to say that there's something that's been bothering him since Termina. He says that Lynx seems different from what he remembers. Now, home Norris, that's our Norris, answers and tells him that this man is not Lynx. He explains that inside is the spirit of Surge. I guess that probably is generic party dialogue, isn't it?
I had Starkey say that.
Yeah, okay. Well, then it's fucking definitely.
But I like, once again, how Starkey, in my case, blows Lynx's cover and just ruins any attempt at deception by telling the truth.
It's not just Stark. It's funny because when Starkey does it.
It's really funny when Starkey does it.
But it actually makes sense when Starkey does it.
Why? Because he's an alien?
Because I'm assuming he's an idiot. Norris should be aware of the tactical advantage it has for us to be posing as Lynx.
I think I'm going to put Fun Guy in my party because I can imagine that just scaring the shit out of people.
Yeah, that might work.
It's 8-foot tall mushrooms. They'd be like, oh my God, what the fuck? Oh my God, it's talking.
Yeah, I think that I think the conversation that we had in Termina between Norris and Norris can also occur here as well, if it's the first time that the two have met. So then we get a little bit of a fade out where we are explaining this shit to Norris.
Yes.
And then another Norris now understands that the surge commanding the insurgent troops is the real Lynx.
Yeah, he's sitting on the bed with his head facing down towards his legs, and it's clear we've just told him our life story. Everything is starting to make sense. We were wrong all along. We never should have joined your forces with Lynx, and which is basically what other Norris told him way back when. Like, dude, you're fucking up.
Yeah, I wrote, despite this making no sense to me, Norris confirms that this is all starting to make sense.
Yes.
Another Norris then asks, and what are you doing here? Which seems to be directed at Karsh in my case. Karsh responds with, Riddel! Where's Lady Riddel? Bring her out, now! You lay one filthy finger on her and you die. Arg!
Okay, that's your Karsh voice from now on.
It came out of nowhere. I was not planned.
We're going to plan it now. It sounds like an upset Rick.
Okay. Another Norris would, of course, like to help. He tells us that Riddel should be in the basement prison because all prisons are in the basement, I guess.
Yes.
All podcasts are performed in prisons. He then gives us the prison key.
Well, in my case, Starkey just said we're rescuing Riddel, but it's nice that Karsh showed his respect and admiration of Lady Riddel.
Arg! So we've done it. We've made it, Eric. We're here.
Yeah.
We're in our Japanese role-playing game, and we're going to the sewers. We finally made it. Ding noise.
Countdown to sewers. Well, we were in the sewers before. We
were?
entered the busted-up Viper Mansion through those sewers.
That's true. I didn't really count those because it wasn't a proper dungeon where we had to fight bad guys and stuff. But yes.
Yeah, he says the sewers, by the way, are also full of monsters.
Of course they are.
He's heard one particularly frightful monster. Norris asked to meet him at the 1F main hall when we rescue Riddel because he's obviously not coming.
Yes.
So, are the monsters new or was it always this way?
I think we've had some dialogue along the way from various parties that indicated that there's like more monsters now.
Mm-hmm. Before, that's right. Like, in fact, I thought they meant like there's shadow cats in the world.
Yeah.
So, my next question is, of all the party members Chrono Cross adds, and I get why it wouldn't, but God, how good it would be if we had two Norrises with two distinctly different personalities.
I know.
Wouldn't that be a hoot?
Yeah. We are robbed of any opportunity to have like double characters in this game because they always just make up an excuse or something.
So as we leave, the scene cuts to the kitchen. The cop's here. He greets Orcha, the cook, and tells him, quote, "It's that time again, playa."
Yeah.
He doesn't say playa, I added that.
Yeah.
Orcha turns to face the cop and asks what he's talking about. The cop says, "You know this," and rings a bell.
Oh, I thought he was shaking salt on him.
No, he rings a bell 3 times.
Okay, I must have missed it.
Orcha starts having a temper tantrum, screaming "cha" over and over again. Orcha then shimmies sideways and morphs into a reversed contrast version of himself. His skin is dark silver gray and his beard is orange.
Yep.
He says "ah-cha-cha-cha-cha," and he's listed as Hell Orcha.
Ooh.
So with the cha-cha-cha, do you picture that as him screaming it like I can't do into these mics, or more of like a subdued, like Beetlejuice-inspired cha-cha-cha-cha-cha, like something like that?
I think it's closer to him just kind of malfunctioning a little bit because remember he's got the Goldovian accent. So he says
he's
cha.
saying cha all the time. So it's just him saying his catchphrase at inappropriate times then.
I guess so. Yeah, I think you're right.
Then he sharpens a knife as the cop tells him that his guest, I guess Riddel, is waiting in the basement.
Mm-hmm.
They both exit. My only commentary here is, dude.
There's a lot going on right here. I guess there haven't been too many times in this game where this sort of the table has been set, no pun intended, for a kind of a boss battle. It's usually just like some random giant, son of gun or whatever.
As soon as we see Grobik, we know we're going to face him too.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
But this is particularly like, whoa, that idea made it past the planning stage, huh?
Yeah.
You all animated this. That's great.
We did that.
Cool. So then we kind of have free reign over this place.
Yeah, we do. That's all triggered by our conversation with this Norris.
Yes.
And now we can go do some more stuff.
I went exploring, Chris.
What would you like to do next?
Main hall? The hall where you ride the chair?
Where you ride the chair?
Mm-hmm. The elevator chair?
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
2 soldiers on guard say, "That over there, that's our ultimate weapon. Guillot."
Yes.
Chris, you speak French. How do you say that? Guillot.
I must have missed this because
Guillot.
I think it's Guillot. Yeah, I think they're trying to make a guillotine reference, yeah.
French fake net. How do you say that?
Création de faux filets. C'est prononcé Guillot aussi, je ne suis pas coincé dans une poubelle.
The other one says, "There's no way you can defeat that thing." I'm like, I don't see shit, dude. But then I look over and, maybe it's that over-armored, busted piece of shit in the corner.
Yeah, it's got to be.
It's a thing that's always been guarding the door. I guess they inherited that from the Dragoons and like, oh, this is ours now, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I didn't go up here until later.
Next, I went to the Prophet Room, the library.
Yeah. What happened?
The prophet tells us to go down to the sewer system through the hatch in the B1 floor, prophesizing the strategy guide or a mission arrow.
Yeah, I think if you come here before you talk to Norris, he tells you to go talk to Norris. Because I think I did that as well. Then I started doing things in a different order.
He also says to come to him with any questions, but only after we rescue Riddel. So, Chris, we come here when?
After we rescue Riddel?
That's right, Chris. Ding noise.
Yes.
Riddel's room is where I went next. After I rode the chair stairs elevator up.
Yeah, what's up there?
A bluebird is still in its birdcage. And then a maid I have never seen before is here. She tells us Riddel has been taken to the basement prison against her will.
As if we didn't already know that.
That's right.
Thank you, lady.
Then I went next door to Viper's office. Patrolling soldiers reckon there's a secret room in here somewhere. Morons. Can't find it.
Yeah.
Also, I can't find it because Viper's not there to open it.
Yeah.
Then I went to the balcony.
Only he can do it. Yeah? Did you get Neo-Fio?
The soldier is in all the living flower, Chris. Neo-Fio. And he hopes it isn't dangerous.
Oh, cool.
Another soldier on the extreme edge by where Lynx stabbed us off the balcony.
Yeah. Chrono Trigger. Yeah.
That's right. Says it has been 100 years since the people inhabited El Nido and, quote, a lot has changed, but the sea remains the same.
Oh, of course it does. Yeah. Thanks, guy.
Neo-Fio's got dialogue. Did you get that?
No.
She?
I think. Okay. I don't remember.
Neo-Fio exclaims, ragweed. I'm scared.
I'm allergic to that shit.
Is that real?
Yeah, ragweed's a real thing.
I thought you just made that up.
No, it's real. I didn't go up here at all. I thought that I couldn't go up through here. So
need to put that you're allergic to ragweed in my list of weaknesses. Thank you.
Thanks. Just go outside during the summer and then you'll huff it.
And then I went downstairs into some barracks.
The barracks. There's a guy at the table. He says that Commander Norris is too soft.
Yes.
He wishes that he'd just crack down on those El Nido hicks.
Yeah, I've got some major Tokyo versus Osaka energy here. City boys versus the hicks.
Yeah, good call.
Definitely.
Another cop in here says that his orders are to investigate the new sewer system.
How long could that possibly take, dude? How long have you all been here? Why have you not done that? Why have you not mapped this?
They don't have toilets in Porre, I guess.
Yeah, I guess.
There's no toilets here in Viper Manor either, so...
Well, we decided it was for irrigation and for drinking water.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. He also says that you can access the sewer through a hatch in the hallway.
Multiple hallways.
But the current is too fast to actually set foot in the sewer. There's a valve that shuts off the water current, but the bridge leading to it is broken. So thank you for the preview of the upcoming dungeon.
I was going to say, I wish I had dialogue. It's, sir, I've played an RPG and a video game before. I know there's currents and valves and sewers.
Yes. Yes, indeed.
The last soldier is facing a dragoon sleeping on the bed.
Yeah, I think that's the same dragoon that was sleeping way back when.
Yes. He can't get him to wake up and then concludes, well, he's useless anyway.
Yeah.
If you talk to the dragoon, you just get some Z's out of him.
Of course you do.
The kitchen next door is empty because the Hell Orcha has vanished.
Yeah, and there's no...
down to his Hell Realm.
Yes.
The dining room. There's some secrets in the dining room, dude.
There's secrets?
Oh, I learned a big secret there.
Okay, well, go ahead.
All right. So one soldier with no plate asks, what the hell is taking so long? Where is my food?
Yeah.
He thinks the problem with El Nido is that people are too lazy and not that the cook has been sent to the hell dimension.
Yeah, so I think this is a racist comment towards like the natives, the Goldovian types.
That's what I was thinking too. Yeah, just the lazy native stereotype. Shit, Chris. Another one says that Commander Norris disguised himself as a dishwasher to conduct espionage.
Sounds like I was right about that, Eric.
Did you say it was Norris?
Yeah, a long time ago.
Oh, I probably didn't remember because I was ignoring whatever you were saying.
Yeah, we recorded a podcast about it, so I'm sure it's out there.
Yeah, I mean, I edited it and then listened to it for timestamps, so it just didn't stick. Sorry, man.
Sorry. Okay. So that's what happened there. The last guy on here gives us some lore about Lucia.
Think TCHUA.
I don't like it.
It's no surprise Crisp doesn't like facts.
This cop says that Lucia was originally Lucia.
Get it right, asshole.
Was originally from Porre. Her brother died in an experiment.
A freak accident.
And she came to El Nido.
Yeah, so that's Grobik, right?
Yeah, well, if you talk to her again, he says Grobik is a killing machine being developed at that time. So he kind of fills it all in there for us right there on the nose. So it's kind of interesting, too, that this game tries to
connect everything.
Well, it fleshes out like various groups of characters. Like we get a lot on the Dragoons, especially in these upcoming sequences. We get a little bit about the Fargo and the Nikki stuff. And then there's also this kind of subset of people that are from Porre that we really don't get much about because it's mainly just Norris and a couple of others.
So I've got one more guy in here.
Yeah?
He says that Orcha just transformed into Hell's cook.
He did.
Quote, he probably has another dirty job to take care of. So did the poor soldier Red Rum Bell Orcha, or has he always been like this and they're just taking advantage of it? How many dirty jobs have there been at this manor? Did Orchard murder all the excess dragoons?
Well,
we'll learn the answers to some of this later. But
yeah,
at
yeah,
this point, I was still speculating. Like, is this just like something he does? Is this an id situation?
Yeah, it could be. Actually, yeah, it is exactly an id situation because we kind of learn later that they're basically just unlocking, the id.
Yeah, dost thou seek the power of the hell cook?
I do.
Yeah, I do too, man. Next down to the treasure room, the room of the treasure.
Oh yeah, the room of the treasure.
Dude, it's cleaned out.
Yeah, there's nothing there.
There's a
Is
soldier.
that because we cleaned it out, or is it because they cleaned it out?
I think they did.
Okay.
I mean, we only took like one thing, right? The
Yeah.
soldier in here was convinced the frozen flame would be in this room, but he was wrong.
Mm.
So you ever see someone figure out some shit you figured out months ago? Like solve a mystery that you knew like forever ago?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I know Michael Jackson's the Sonic 3 music. Okay, you're not going to impress me with this knowledge.
Yeah, good one.
So then I go into Lucha's lab.
Mm-hmm.
Lucha's here. Our
She
friend,
is.
Lucha.
Yeah. She doesn't give a shit about
No,
anything.
she didn't
though.
care at all.
Yeah.
She asks what we want, then asks if we're really Lynx, like it's a curiosity to
Yeah.
solve. Then she says there's something different about Lynx. If you talk to her again, you know what she says?
What?
Da.
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 And that's it.
Yep. Did you notice there's like a glowing, shimmering thing on her desk right there?
No.
Okay, well, I'm assuming that once we get her back, we go there and it gives us her 7th tech. That's
Most
just
likely.
a guess, though. Yeah.
All right.
So probably.
Next thing, snake thing storage room.
Yes.
Nothing of note in this room yet, but you can still push that snake thing around.
Yeah.
Then I went to Zoa's room.
Yeah. I didn't have Zoe with me. Or I don't have Zoe at all yet. So
Yeah. There's a soldier sleeping on his bed. He says, nice and firm, but a bit smelly.
Yeah.
I have Zoa with me, and he no-sells all of this shit.
Okay. I was going to ask you that. Do you accept the fact that Zoa's bed would be firm and smelly?
Yes, I think I sleep with clothing on.
Yeah, me too.
But if I did sleep without it, I imagine the sheets would get stinkier quicker.
Yeah.
And I imagine we have not seen any laundry facilities.
No.
These do not get washed.
Does he take his helm off when he sleeps?
No, we've already seen
Oh,
that.
yeah, you're
Yeah,
right. We
he's-
saw that. Yeah.
He just shovel knights that thing on all the time.
Okay.
So
I'm okay with that.
I try to
guess.
open the chest in the back room that won't open now that I finally have Zoa in my party.
Yeah.
Zoa says, only I can open that.
Yeah.
So what do I do, Chris?
Put Zoe in the front of your party.
That's right. I hit
Yes.
select until Zoa's in front, and then I am Zoa. Haha, that's pretty good.
Yeah. Great.
I received Zoa's level 7 tech, toss and spike.
Nice. Eric finally figured out the head, body, tail puzzle.
I still didn't. I still don't know what that means because you got to go rearrange it at the rearrange station. That you can also press select.
You don't
Chris,
have, yeah. Well, the rearrange station kind of.
I'm
we'll
not
talk-
playing
we'll
this
talk-
game until I'm 60. It doesn't matter.
We'll talk about that game, that part again if we have to talk about it.
God damn it. Okay.
So, that
Pet the cat meowed. Karsh's room.
Karsh's room.
Karsh's room.
Nothing in there, right?
A soldier isn't in here staring at Karsh's vanity because he has a vanity.
Oh, yeah.
He tells us that Norris had another disagreement with his superiors, and he's going to be sent to the parlor on the other side. Chris, let's join parlor.
No, Eric, don't join Parlor. If you had to pick one Chrono Cross character that would be on Parlor, who would it be?
Radius.
Okay, I was going to say Viper, but okay.
Yeah.
Viper got kicked off Twitter because of
He has some opinions.
false claims about his feudal state.
And that's all I have before I go to the sewers. You go anywhere else?
No, that's it. It's time to go to the sewers.
Hey there, this is Jeremy Parrish, and if you're a fan of classic video game soundtracks, or if you just love 20-minute rock epics about war-ready armadillos that battle Catholicism, you should listen to Alexander's Ragtime Band. Join the power trio of myself, Elliot Long, and James Eldred each month as we talk about the most pretentious music of all, progressive rock, right here on the Greenlit Podcast Network.
How does Bloodborne stack up against, say, Oregon Trail? And is Bomberman just Loadrunner from a different point of view? Find out on Hardcore Gaming 101's Top Games, where we objectively, definitively, and scientifically rank the games you nominate for our ever-growing list. HG 101's Top Games, twice a week, every week, right here on Greenlit.
The entrance isn't the same as last time. It's in one of the two grates in either hallway.
Yeah, I
music-
went in the left one, I think. I went to the one closest to the fast current water.
Yes.
Yes, okay.
The music Death Volcano is playing.
Yes, this is the Mount Pyre music. It's called Mount Pyre, and I was like, okay, cool. I'm glad that. I mean, this game has a ton of tracks, so it was actually nice to hear that.
You're the one who was torn apart in multiple places.
Well, I mean, that is a good track too. So, but this game at least reuses some of these tracks.
Let's talk about the battles here, Chris.
Yeah, there's some battles here, Eric.
The field opens in the sewers with a bunch of spiders climbing up the brick wall, right out
Yeah.
of the hole in that same wall.
Mm-hmm.
There's water running on one side while we fight on a stone platform. There's a few lanterns and a sluice gate waterfall in the background. Which thing did you fight first, Chris, or was it a combination?
The first thing I thought was a lantern jaw.
Yeah, it's a chandelier.
Yeah, it kind of looks like those will-o-wisps. They have like giant mad balls faces.
Yes, mad balls. Good pull.
Yeah.
It's separated in the center with its midsection composed of sharp teeth. There are also teeth in the teeth.
Mhm.
It casts nimble and it does physical attacks.
Yeah, I didn't run into too many of those, but the main guy down here is the Spearfisher.
Yeah.
He is a large, angry boy.
I got purple guy.
Yeah, he has ape-like features. Even though he's a fish, he looks kind of ape-like, and he has a trident.
He's wearing turquoise pants and has no shirt.
Yeah.
He's holding a spear, as the name implies, but it's a trident.
Yes, indeed.
His wrists are all taped up from the gymnastics he's been doing down here. His face is a mess of giant red lips and enormous teeth, red eyes that seem too close together, big yellow pointy ears, and some lemon flan for hair. Chris,
Yeah.
is this a demi-human?
I guess it would depend on if it is intelligent life, sentient life, or just monster. Because I think monster is kind of a sub-race or a you know what I'm trying to say, right? Like, if you kill a demi-human, it doesn't drop gold. If you kill this thing, it drops gold. So that's how you can tell the difference, I guess. These things have a...
We haven't killed any demi-humans. They might drop gold.
That's true. We haven't really killed much of anybody.
Go kill Irene's.
We could just kill ourselves.
Okay.
So, these guys are pretty hardy. Like, they take a while to take out,
Yeah.
I think. And they do a spell called Numble.
The opposite of nimble.
Yes, which reduces evasion in a fun way to say the opposite of nimble. I don't think numble's a real word.
Could be.
Initializing fake net.
Numble is a 1968 board game published by Selchow and Writer, which is very similar to Scrabble.
He also does Ice Blast and then Ice Tongs, where he raises his trident in the air and then it glows blue. Then he rushes Lynx and hits him for 28 damage. My health's like 400 at this point.
Yeah, it's like...
Nice shot, buddy.
Yeah.
His tired animation is him leaning forward on a spear, looking like he's tired.
Also true.
Did you find anything else down here?
That was it, I think.
Yeah,
For
that's
the
all I
boss.
got.
Yeah, so this first area of the sewers is just a series of barrel pushing puzzles to create a bridge to get to the other side. You can also sneak out to the Shadow Forest entrance, but it's barred off, and we can see a treasure chest on the other side.
Yes, I forgot.
I forgot to go check that out. Or maybe it's just because I haven't been in here, because I didn't go the Nikki route.
Yeah, you can kind of tap on the closed gate and it scares one of those roach things off the chest. This will allow us to get that chest later as it becomes so light the water carries it back down to the base level.
Oh, okay. I didn't do that. Damn
You
it.
go rap on that chamber door, sir.
Okay, so then we can go to the valve part, right?
Kind of. If we fall in the water rapids, it takes us back to the area from the last time we invaded Homeworld.
Yeah.
Starkey notes that we should be able to stop this somewhere. A facet of this place I already know because I have played video games that have sewer levels, which is all of them.
Mm-hmm.
So then you go to tighten that valve, and then you can access more areas down here.
Yeah.
I went to go back and re-enter through the kitchen and landed at another now accessible point at the north.
I went back in the same place I came in since I had slowed the flow of water. I looped back in and went in that, and then you can get across to the other side.
Okay, did you get the chest in it?
Yes.
It's a magic seal on a weird blob that if you bring Lucia, will give her level 7 Lucia tech.
Oh, no, I must have missed that. Okay. So my thought about the glimmering thing on her desk is not the level 7 tech.
Well, it could be something else. I
Yeah.
mean, it's definitely something if there's a glimmering thing. Maybe it's pips.
Yeah, that's true.
So, did you tighten any more valves?
Yeah, I did a series of valve and door opening puzzles.
In order of operations puzzle?
Yes. I felt very fortunate because I got it all right my first try and didn't have to do much
Nice.
backtracking.
I didn't. I had to go back and forth a lot, Chris, because I don't understand how puzzles work.
Well, I also don't understand how puzzles work, but in this case, I just got really lucky.
So yeah, you tighten 2 more valves, and then it reveals a nimble element and a ladder that lets us get out of here.
Yeah, the interesting thing about, well, not interesting, but I would describe this dungeon as compact and efficient. Like, there's not a ton of traversal here. There's enough puzzles to make you feel like you're doing something other than fighting bad guys, but you can get through it pretty quickly to get to the next point.
Chrono Cross so far is doing a pretty good job of reusing assets.
Yeah, by nature it has to, but yes.
So as we approach the ladder to get the hell out of here, a giant roach falls out of the sky.
Yeah, of course it would. I mean, why wouldn't it?
So this roach walks around for a bit, exploring the gross things on its back. I wrote exploding. I probably meant exploring. Then it sees our party. It faces us, then leaps into the sewer to eat us or whatever it is that roaches want to do.
No, you're right. It does have exploding things on its back. It's
Okay.
like a beehive that it sends other little bugs out of during the battle.
Gross.
It is the ball. Did you say the name of the boss yet?
No, it's good.
Yeah, it's Rochester.
Gale plays.
Yes.
Dude, I think those are eggs on its back.
Yeah, I describe this thing as a pretty swell-looking roach with mantis claws.
I hate roaches.
Yeah, roaches are not good.
They're a sign of pestilence. Like, I didn't know. I've never really had roaches, but we found one in our old apartment, and Tiffany immediately wanted to fumigate the entire place. She said, there's always more. She said, we're fucked. I just remember her walking around going, we're fucked, we're fucked, we're fucked. Don't bring home paper bags anymore.
I wrote that this thing has a hive of jitterbugs on its back. I don't know if that's what they're called or if I just wrote that.
The element is called jitterbug.
Okay.
It launches the tiny bugs off its back into our party for a considerable group damage. Then they all get back on its back, Chris.
Yeah, of course. They go back.
Disgusting.
They go back in the womb. So
it has another element. You have that one?
No.
Bug kamikaze.
No, I didn't see this at all. So I definitely would have written that down.
It lets the bugs fly, but they pulverize links in a straight line, one after the other.
Why wouldn't they? Okay. So I used defense lowering elements on this guy and beat its ass.
Cool.
It was over very quickly because I still have Norris and his space gun. You have Starkey and his space gun here too, right?
Yeah.
Is he your most powerful damage dealer other than Lynx?
I think so, but I've since retired him for Snef.
Oh, okay, great. I'm glad you did that.
Kind of a tough one, to be honest, for me. Upon death, it flips over on its back, and then some of the egg baby things fall off, and it twitches its legs as it dies painfully.
Yes, I love the painful and beautiful deaths of Chrono Cross. It's one of the more underrated features of this game.
Bugs flipping over and twitching their leg. Like when you kill a spider and it flips, and then its leg muscles, they don't have muscles, but you know what I mean. It's like just contract, and you're like, oh, dude, you're done.
Yeah, you're done
out of
for,
this.
son.
27 star.
Thanks, 27 star. Wow, we're getting up there.
Mm-hmm. So then after we fight this thing, we climb a ladder to discover what, Chris? 3 ladders.
Well, it depends on which one you go up.
That's right. There's 3 ladders here. Did you go left, middle, or right
I think
first?
I went left first. That was the one that was blocked off.
Not for me. I climbed the left ladder. Glenn is in here asleep.
Oh, no, he wasn't definitely in here. You know, it's interesting because I thought I went up the left ladder and you can press a button. And I think there's just a generic guy in there and he's like, hey, what's that sound? And I was like, well, that was a fucking waste of time. So I guess your time was not wasted because you got a fun Glenn scene.
We rap on the drain 3 times. Glenn wakes up and says, then goes back to sleep. Glenn is a dumb guy. Chris. Was he always like this in our hearts and minds, or can only our adult brains see past his physical prowess and into the blank chasm inside of his brain?
I think Glenn is the biggest divergence from our opinion of him as as teenagers versus now. Kind of like how Saiton was in Xenogears.
Yeah, a little bit, but Saiton's was founded on competence and deception. Glenn's just like the drooling, like propeller hat spinning.
Yeah. Glenn is the complete opposite, but in terms of the way our opinions have shifted.
Oh yeah, as far as the barometer there.
Yeah, I think he might be the one for this game.
So we knock 3 more times, 3 times. And he refuses to wake up, so I go back down the ladder.
Okay.
Maybe if you keep trying, you'll wake him up.
Okay, well, at least they accounted for Glenn. It was kind of interesting how in this world, Glenn and Riddel didn't go on the expedition.
Yeah.
And in the other world, we know from the Dead Sea that they died on that expedition. So I wonder what that divergence point there. Was Glenn less dumb, more competent there? Who knows? Plot.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Did you go up the middle ladder?
The middle ladder is I lost my place.
Well, Chris, for me, it's some guy with no shirt.
Oh, yeah.
We know who this is. He's banging on the bars at the same time we're banging on the grates, so he can't hear us. He just keeps saying he's innocent and doesn't appear to know what's going on.
Yeah.
The right ladder.
Yeah, the third one.
We climb up. Who's in here?
It's our boy Fargo.
He says something every morning when my alarm goes off.
What's that?
Arg, what the hell am I doing here? I miss the smell of the sea.
Yeah. Then you have to kind of force your way up under his bed and knocking him around a little bit.
Disturb his REM cycle.
Yeah, he's like, what the hell's going on here? And then he gets up and he moves the bed out of the way with a hearty heave-ho.
I mean, we knock so hard on the thing, he bounces on the bed.
Yeah.
And he rightfully concludes there's something down below and super leaps off that bed.
What was Link's, hitting the bed with? Was he hitting with his swallow? Or
yeah,
his hand?
Definitely.
Okay.
Or Starkey's shooting it.
Yeah. Fargo says, shiver me timbers, Lynx. Norris, in my case, tells Fargo to just calm down.
Yes, Starkey said that in mine. Implying this isn't really Lynx. Fargo doesn't quite seem to believe us, but remains honored that we came to save him. He says he owes us one.
Yeah, I think it's funny how the generic party member says, do you think Lynx would really be here?
Yeah.
It's a weird thing to say, but Fargo agrees with me.
Again,
it's like, he's right here, right? I mean, why wouldn't it be him? Fargo's the first one to question the idea of body shifting.
That, and I'm assuming in the El Nido Triangle, at least, the limits of suspension of disbelief are different than they are on our home Earth.
Yeah.
Like people, what they'll believe and what they won't believe has a different Overton window, if you will.
Yeah, I think you're right. He's a man of the sea, after all.
Yep. Starkey tells him we're not here to rescue him.
Yeah.
Fargo doesn't ask about Starkey being a space alien.
He doesn't care.
Starkey says we're here to rescue Riddel.
I know all this is really generic party member dialogue, but I would have really liked to have seen. Actually, I checked there isn't, but it would be nice if there was a special scene here if you brought Sneff. Sneff being confused about this, like this good Fargo versus the dumbass Fargo that he knows.
Like if Sneff opens up and then he cowers if he's expecting Fargo to hit him or something like that.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Fargo says he wants to help us though, Chris. He tells us Riddel, the young lass, she's taken to the cell next door, which is the only one not in this array of cells and ladders.
Yes.
Fargo asks how he's going to get out. Then Starkey gives him the key to the prison.
Yeah, of course.
Fargo unlocks the door, then says he's going to free the others and make an escape. He tells us good luck.
Yeah.
I guess the others doesn't include Riddel, Chris.
No, he doesn't give a shit.
No.
He's got to get out of here. He's probably got to go collect his men of the sea that were captured here, too.
That's right.
I don't think we ever find out how he ended up here.
No.
But he's here. He probably just got drunk and passed out.
I didn't know how to leave because I couldn't go back down the ladder. Then I was like, he opened the prison door.
Yeah. Come on, Eric.
So then we're in jail.
Yeah. So outside, the soldiers have been knocked the fuck out, I guess, by Fargo.
Yep.
And one of them, Fargo trapped it. Well, actually, is it Glenn here for you?
No.
Oh, really? So
he let Glenn out and Glenn got the fuck out of here.
Okay. So, yeah. So the same thing happened for both of us. There was a poor soldier, a cop inside the jail, and he had no idea how he got there. And another one's been knocked out. And
there's guys just laid out on the ground.
Yeah.
I think it's funny. It would be funny if he locked up, he just left Glenn in there. Like, no, I'm not.
No, get the fuck out of here, Glenn.
So then I go to the barracks to save my video game because I'm going to save it.
Yes.
But there's a save point right outside of Riddel's cell.
Yes. Thanks.
I think this is also going to be the kill room, the well-lit place where we met Norris.
The best lit area in the game.
Yes. So then we go to the kill room.
Yes, we made it to the torture room. Hell Orcha is here.
The noises of crackling fire are present, just like last time.
I think we're seeing the scene just before we walk in because we're not here in the way the scene is playing out. We don't step up until a little bit later.
Riddel is hung up by her hands on chains tied to massive wooden support beams up top. Hell Orcha is here, along with two poor soldiers.
Yes, Riddel can't believe this shit.
The cop tells Riddel for some reason that Orcha is their secret weapon, Hell's cook. Riddel tells Hell Cook that he is a cook. Orcha, my father, you mean my dad.
The soldier says they've given him some quaffid seeds.
Yeah, that's that thing, the Metroid Prime boss, right? From only I fought that. It was in Hydra Marsh. That was in my game.
You fought a quaffid?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't remember.
I think it was that thing that we had to draw the bluebird things to.
That was in Shadow Forest.
Yeah, that was in Shadow. What did I just say?
You said Hydra Marsh.
Shit. Yeah, I meant Shadow Forest.
Quote, we had him eat some quaffid seeds found in Hydra Marshes. It has the power to release one's dark side. After that, we just ring a special bell, and the next thing you know, we have Hell's Cook, Orcha. Eric.
Yeah, what's up?
Which is more powerful, quaffid seeds or the Masamune?
Quaffid seeds.
Okay.
Masamune just instantly takes life. They're like, there's no game in it.
Yeah.
There's still like agency behind Hell Cook.
Yeah. Riddel seems to have some familiarity with Orcha. She says, how horrible. But why, Orcha?
I mean, she lives here, right?
Yeah, that's true. And we get some interesting lore, some background about how things played out in the past. The cop says, we needed him to steal the dragon's tear from Goldov. Of course, his true self has no idea what he has done. So we had wondered that before when we were in Goldov before, because they talked about how the dragon tear was stolen. And we were like, probably one of Lynx's people did it. But no, Lynx was working with Porre, and Porre did this shit.
So Riddel thinks this is horrible, but then the cop eventually tells Riddel to prepare herself, as there's no telling what this crazy man will do.
It's quite a threat there, guy.
I wonder if we go back to Goldov later, if there's some kind of tale of Hell Orcha wrecking shop around there, and they were just too embarrassed to tell us the first time.
Yeah.
Like fathers come back home drunk. So then Lynx busts in.
Yeah, then we step in. Karsh, I have Karsh with me. He has special dialogue here. He calls out for Lady Riddel. Lady Riddel!
You got to do it all like that, man.
I will. I promise you, Eric, I guess. The soldier then asks why Sir Lynx is here, and Karsh, like every fucking party member before him, dismisses the tactical advantage that Search's appearance may have and spills the beans. This man ain't Lynx! Norris says it's too hard to explain. We're just here to take Lady Riddel back.
I like to imagine a buddy cop comedy where they're trying to be undercover, but the dumb cop keeps spoiling the surprise and they get nothing accomplished.
That's kind of this game.
Yeah.
A little bit.
He tells this asshole we're just here to get Riddel back, but then Orcha steps in front of Riddel, and what's he say?
He says, "Mwah cha 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 cha."
That's good, Chris.
Don't you go interfering with my cooking. Actually, you'll make a fine ingredient for my soup. Let's get cooking.
Edge of Death plays. Boss fight, Hell's Cook.
Brink of Death plays. Let's fight Blackface Orcha, Eric. He sucks ass.
Yeah.
He's easy.
Yeah, but he does a nice spinning elbow with the frying pan right into Starkey's neck to open the fight.
Oh, yeah. No, he's pretty good. He's pretty good in terms of his character design and his, just his entire presence is great. I'm glad we're fighting this guy rather than some, generic robot or something.
I just pictured the soldiers in the back going, do we want to give him like a sword instead of his frying pan or
No,
something
we
like
already
that?
know that the frying pan is an item in this game, right?
Yeah, so he throws fireballs at poor Starkey. He fire pillars links. But did he do his spice of life to you, Chris?
No.
He tosses a salt shaker in the air, and it rains down healing glittery spice, erasing 112 of damage.
Wow.
Dude, his physical defense is shit. Everyone's doing 200-ish with a total hit.
Yeah, I beat his ass.
I deluged his candy ass for 240 thanks Irene's.
It's cool.
Eventually, Starkey ices him, and Orcha evaporates, but I bet that's just for show, right, Chris?
Yeah, I guess.
Right, 28th
Sure.
star.
Thanks, 28th star. After the battle, the cops exclaim that Sir Lynx has gone mad. Norris, for some goddamn reason, tries to reiterate that he is not Lynx, which is again curious. Stop it. Stop doing this.
Also, it's important that Riddel's been cut down at this point.
Yeah, cut down?
Yeah, well, she was hanging out with those
cut down.
Yeah.
Cut down from the thing. Okay,
Yes.
gotcha. So Orcha's back to normal.
He's on the ground on his knees.
Yeah, he has a feeling that he's done something terrible.
They saw my gloating as a weakness and used me. I need more discipline.
Gloating.
Orcha's
You like
into
discipline.
You like discipline.
Masochism. Does Orcha gloat? How did he allow them to take advantage of him?
I don't know. He was pretty confident about his meat chopping skills.
He
when we
was
met him the
being
first
like
time.
pretty loud, and he refused to stop chopping.
Yeah, I don't think we got enough backstory on Orcha for this to be a payoff, other than he's the hilarious fat cook. Also, he was with me in the cold open in Fort Dragonia in the beginning of the game, even though you couldn't have him at that point, which is interesting.
Oh yeah,
Because you're getting him now. So
Well, yeah,
So for no goddamn reason, Orcha wants to make it up for us and come with us.
he's gonna join our party, isn't he, Chris?
Yeah, I think he is.
Victory music. Orcha joins your party.
Yeah, Orcha joins your party. Anyway, Orcha joins your party. Eric, I have some information on Orcha.
Oh, really? What kind of information, Chris?
Well, it's his profile. He is a fiery cook. His age is 44. He's male. His origin is Goldov Another. His height is 5'7". His weight is 203 pounds. His build, chubby. Right-handed, Japanese name Acha. Innate element is red. His weapon is, of course, utensils. His accent is Goldovian. Eric, his fortune, should you take him to the fortune teller, is: do not think your inner evil will just fade away. Remember that the evil is secreted,
That's a verb, sure.
secreted away inside everyone.
No, it's secreted. It's not secreted.
I know.
You can secrete evil, but that's not what we're doing here.
Okay, good. So then the scene fades out. We're back in the lobby.
The foyer. We're back in the entrance room. Norris, who is worthless, says he will take it upon himself to make sure Riddel leaves the premises safely.
Yes.
Quote, please distract the soldiers while we make our escape. Really, dude?
Yeah. Are you making us do this shit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Riddel speaks and says she would like to thank everyone from the bottom of her heart.
Yes.
She's going to go to Hermit's hideaway to take care of who?
Dad.
Viper.
Father.
She
Viper.
wants us to stop by when we get a chance, a.k.a. that's your next quest place, boys.
Indeed.
Starkey asks this dork Norris what he's going to do after this.
Yes.
Norris says he's going to return here. Starkey asks him to come with us, and Norris says he's honored, but as a soldier of the poor military, he cannot abandon his country or his men. LOL, our Norris did. I hope Chris has Norris during this exchange.
I did. He didn't say anything about it. Yeah, I wrote the same thing. Norris invites Norris to join us, but he cannot abandon his country or men as the Norris before him did.
Like, not only I did that, I shifted a world, dude.
Yeah. So the one thing that's different here that might be different, you tell me, is that another Norris, the non-party member Norris, salutes us before he leaves.
He does a heel click.
So the other Norris, our Norris, does the same thing back to
Really?
him, which is kind of cool.
That's kind of neat.
Yeah. Also, I have Karsh with me here too, and Riddel thanks Karsh by name. Karsh doesn't have a ton to say, but he says that he resolves that he is going to, quote, make sure he wipes the floor of these poor buffoons.
Big time Bart energy on Chris tonight.
Yeah, big time. Is
Karsh Bart?
Is Karsh Bart?
I mean, Karsh is more like, his design is closer to Sephiroth with purple hair, but he definitely might have a Bart personality.
Okay, I think
Bartholomew Fatima from Xenogears.
I think I've got it figured out.
Yeah?
Karsh is Bart, but without leadership qualities.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
And romantic interest and not a cousin.
I don't think we know who Karsh's cousins are. He does have romantic interest in Riddel, but
yeah.
I don't know the lineage here.
So then Norris tells Riddel they must hurry, and they both step out the front door before we can even set up the distraction against the other poor soldiers like this dumbass Norris just asked us to do.
Yeah, so I was expecting some soldiers to run out and fight us.
Yeah, it's like a Naked Gun comedy where he's like, distract him, and then he just instantly leaves before we can distract him.
So we have to head upstairs to beat ass, actually.
Did you try to go left or right?
No.
That's where the soldiers are. You can't explore the manor anymore. Soldiers will fight you infinitely.
Oh, cool. Well, I didn't do that.
They have bayonet gun where they load their musket and fire one bullet, then rush and stab Starkey. The gun also somehow transforms a little bit during this process. I guess gun tech isn't all the way there yet, and it seems more efficient to throw fireballs or world-obliterating meteors.
Yeah, did you notice that the soldiers are a bit more futuristic looking in the battle scenes than they are on the world map?
Mm-hmm.
They have like those Luke Skywalker helmets that he had on when he was trying to learn how to use the lightsaber.
Oh, yeah, that thing.
It looks like there's no vision. I'm assuming they do have vision, but ultimately we have to head upstairs, right?
Yeah, but see, for me, I'm playing this game on a PlayStation, and I needed to save my goddamn game, Chris, but I couldn't.
Yeah?
Like, I still haven't saved it since before the Hellcook fight.
Oh, yeah, that sucks.
So yeah, I try to leave through the front door. Starkey says we are completely surrounded, and it's not a good time to leave. Apparently, Norris just blew our cover completely.
Mm-hmm.
So it is. It's north we go. We go to that main hall.
Yeah.
The music stops, and the soldiers turn around from all sides. Quote, where might you be off to, Sir Lynx?
Yeah, Norris says that we can't talk our way out of this one, and we fight.
Seize them. We're rushed against 3 more poor privates.
Yes.
I thrash them, Chris.
Yeah, these guys look pretty cool, but they do 19 damage to Norris, and then and then Lynx murders them all.
Someone says, hey, you're up here. And Grobic, chill as hell leaning against the right wall, approaches.
Yes.
He says, you are strong.
Yes.
Major id energy.
Indeed. He does come up to us, though, to battle us, and he has been steel gianted because we are hearing
Edge of Death.
Initializing fake net.
It's Gale. Honey, listen to what Crisp just said.
Well, he also said, after he says you are strong, he goes, but Grobic is stronger.
Oh, yes, indeed. The battle with Grobic. He's got a rocket fist, which is exactly what it sounds like.
Calamity's attack. It socks Irene's right in the face after he punches his fist off.
Yeah, he's also got hair cutter, which is also exactly what it sounds like.
He jumps in the air and stays there a while his hair turns into a pink laser whip. He then whips the hair across the field, slicing everyone for considerable damage. It's a group attack.
Yeah, so your boy's got a decent amount of HP, and he was definitely more of a challenge than Hell Orcha.
Mm-hmm.
But even though, I did write it down here, even though Orcha had better battle music, see Edge of Death? Edge of Death? Break of Death? But we do beat Grobic eventually and get another star.
He has karate moves with blade hands too. Then he also does Vigora. Did he do that to you, Chris?
No.
It increases the amount of times he can attack. Or maybe his stamina. I don't know. He hits Lynx 6 times in a row, and thank God it was Lynx because it would have aced anyone else.
Yeah.
Finally, Lynx cuts him down after Starkey hits him with Holy Light and Ultranova, 29th star. Grobic falls. All of the soldiers run away. Then the commander says, damn, and also runs away. No, he goes and gets the thing guarding the door. He commands it to destroy us, but nothing happens. Then he says, move it in capital letters, then starts kicking the big, hulking, armored, stupid thing.
Yes.
Eventually, it screams gibberish, and then plows right on top of my dude, presumably killing him. It comes toward us. We don't run.
Yes.
We just sit there and take it. Edge of Death plays as I want to eat dinner and face my 3rd consecutive boss without a save point.
It's the Golio.
Yes, that thing that was in the corner.
Yeah, it is a steampunk version of whatever a transformer would turn into if it scanned a guillotine.
Jesus. I put it looks like Garai in mech armor.
Yeah, dude.
It's got 2 swords. It has a move that it does over and over again called Hot Edge.
Yeah, I killed this thing in 3 turns.
Jesus. Dude, Okay, so Hot Edge, it has 2 sword hands that glow white with heat and cut down Starkey for half his HP. Shit, dude. It keeps doing this. It does it 3 times in a row. It killed Starkey, but later gambled with the turn order and revived Starkey. Starkey, please stop missing every attack.
So this thing is yellow element, and I have Karsh with me, who is green.
Uh-huh.
And
so it melted him.
And so I lowered its defense with a low res from Norris, and then Karsh killed the thing with 1 axial axe.
Cool.
So it was easy. It does have pretty low defense.
Yeah, as we walk away, the thing gets back up.
The fucking thing gets back up.
Edge of Death plays again.
Yeah, someone shouts over here as the thing begins to chase us, and we are heading towards the western portion of Viper Manor across the bridge to the library.
We're heading on that outdoor balcony. I'm very worried because I know there's no safe point where we're going.
Yes.
We go up the stairs at the Prophet's advice and become trapped next to the ladder that isn't down. Jesus, we have to fight this fucking thing again.
Yes, one more time. We beat its ass once again.
Not you, dude. You did. He hot edged me again, Daddy. Just keep doing it.
You gotta have Karsh. Who's your best green element that you have? Have you used a green element character yet? Can't think of one that you might have been using yet. You don't have one, Eric. You have no green elements.
It's very Razzling, but she's not my present party.
Funguy's yellow. Okay, anyway. So I beat this thing's ass again. You didn't.
It has less HP.
Yeah. The prophet then directs us to press a button to lower the ladder.
On
Thank
the bookshelf.
you. I already knew this shit because we came in here before.
Yes, we hit the button.
Yes, then we scurry up the ladder.
Because we have little time.
Yes, and what does the goddamn thing do?
Yeah, well, I have no idea if this thing can come back to life, so I paused my game and to type this note because I'm worried that while I'm typing, it's going to come back. But no, it's scripted to come back to life. And then it leaps on the chandelier as we're climbing.
Yeah, it starts swinging all over the place, and
it's getting a grip on this thing as it rocks back and forth.
Yeah.
Like it's actually a neat kind of action Michael Bay proto sequence.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive for a game like this, but it also simultaneously feels awkward.
Yeah, it's kind of crudely animated, but then whose music plays and who enters who's running down the runway toward the ring?
Yeah, Grobik comes out of the rafters and tells us to step aside. Eric, have we had very many rafter descends in this game?
Because I want to say at least one or two that I remember. I don't remember specifically, but yeah.
There's a lot more in our
metaphor before.
Yeah, there's a lot more in our season 1 podcast.
Grobik tells him to step aside, and Starkey tells him not to be foolish, which strikes me as absurd.
Yeah.
Grobik jumps on the chandelier too. Then he leaps up to the very top by where it's hanging. He cuts it off, then falls down with it. Shit, Chris.
Yes, it falls downward to the sound of a beautiful crash.
Yeah.
It's like old Mason's glass shattering.
Starkey has one word reaction to this that I loved.
What's that?
Unbelievable. Did anybody say that in your game?
I think so because I wrote Norris can't believe this shit. So...
I mean, that is the same, but I just like unbelievable. Just imagine watching that. The experiment you just fought saves the day.
So,
the poor soldiers have found us.
Yes, they're here.
Starkey concludes our strife is endless, and so do I because my food is now cold.
The prophet, he tells us to break the window.
The nice stained glass window, Chris.
Perhaps this is a nod to the courtroom scene during the Rainbow Shell quest in Chrono Trigger.
Is that a game?
Yes.
So we leap through that window. It makes a nice noise, and we crash down into a big pile of hay in the horse stables. I mean, dragon stables. Jesus, please let me save. Oh, fuck, I have to talk to the stable hand.
Yes. I wasn't sure how the layout was going to work, like where I wasn't.
Yeah, it's very fortuitous.
Yeah, I didn't expect to land right here.
Usually when you leap out of the 4-story building window, you don't expect to land directly in the one pile of hay also on the premises.
Yes, this is the first Assassin's Creed game. So, so the dude asks us, he's like, what are we going to do about these soldiers? And
first he says, where'd you come from? Not noticing the hole in the roof we have just made. Then he assumes we ran into some trouble up there, which means he knows we fell through the ceiling. Yeah, that's what we're going to do as some poor soldiers are everywhere. And you have two choices, Chris.
Yeah.
Take them on or he.
He.
I would laugh too, but I'm still in here with these jerkos and it's not very funny.
You're not even trying. You refuse to play Ticket to Ride, your edition, with us.
She thinks board games are stupid.
No, I don't. I just don't require your friendship.
Of course everyone picks he. Shit, I picked Take Him On accident. He tells me not to be reckless and that he has an idea.
Okay, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, the same thing happens.
Chrono Cross, it doesn't matter.
Right. You're not climbing the Shinra Tower and fighting or running. So outside, poor soldiers approach the stable.
Yes.
They hear something and then asks what that noise was. What happens?
He releases the dragons, and they stampede all of the soldiers at 15 frames per second.
Yes, the stable doors kick off and the dragons toss these soldiers around like chess pieces. The dragons don't animate, neither do the soldiers. They all just move in place like someone's dragging them with a mouse.
Yeah.
If you go back and watch it, it's really, really shitty.
It's rough. It's rough out there. So, of course, Grobik is here.
Yeah, Starkey says this is great, but we walk out and there's Grobik, and I'm like, okay, great, a 5th boss battle for me to not eat my sandwich.
Yeah. Norris asks why he saved us. He says that he finds it interesting that we oppose the poor military.
Hey, how's he alive? Remember he just crashed the chandelier a minute ago?
He's fine. I don't know. He had another jump left.
More jump. Didn't use a second jump.
Yeah. He only takes orders from ones who are stronger.
So what happens, Chris?
Of course, he joins our fucking party.
With dashes. Victory music.
Yeah. Grobik's a waste. total waste. Like, this is an unearned party entry.
My reaction, capital letters, no thank you.
Yeah.
Back in the day, we talked about, I think this was on our very first Zero episode, we mentioned our buddy Josh. Hey, Josh, what's up?
Hey.
Like, was really into Grobik, and I was like, this guy is a poser, man.
I liked Grobik as well, but just because I think he's a pretty solid character.
I mean, I'm sure he's good. I'm sure he's good in battle, but this is like give me like a million freak shows like Pashul over Grobik.
Yeah, I agree with you. Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, yeah, I would actually rather have an additional dumbass mascot character rather than him. So, Grobik, Eric, I've got some information about Grobik, whatever you want to say. He is, of course, a cyborg assassin. His age, 26. He's gendered as male, which, okay. His origin is unknown.
From parts unknown.
His height is 6'8".
Jesus.
He's a regular Scott
Is
Hall.
he our height champion? How tall is Mojo? And isn't Fun Guy like 9 feet tall or some shit?
I don't think... I think it is. We'll check on this later. His
George Mirasan looking ass.
George Mirasan is way taller than 6'8".
It's like 8 feet tall.
Did you notice I said Scott Hall?
Scott Hall's pretty tall, dude.
Yeah, I went with that. Kevin Nash, maybe. Almost said Steve Nash on accident. Weight 401.
What?
Yeah.
Metal's heavy. It's like when somebody tries to pick up the Terminator.
Yeah. Build bionic. He's right-handed, which doesn't make any sense to have a preferable hand when you're also a cyborg, but whatever. The Japanese name is Gyarurun. Which
cool.
I guess it's probably some sort of pun about cyborg, because Grobik is obviously cyborg backwards. Innate element is black. His weapon is a glove. And his accent is normal, but of course words have dashes between them. And he talks in third person. Eric, his fortune?
Yeah.
His fortune? Are you ready for his fortune?
Yeah, let's do it. We're doing a podcast. Why not? Tell me his fortune.
I'm sorry, but I cannot read your fortune.
Because he's not human.
Yeah. That's
or
it.
he's not an organic being. How about that?
Well, I thought cyborg have organic parts.
Yeah, I mean some of them, but
this is
some corruption there.
This is Lucia's brother, right?
Yeah.
Like she turned her brother into a cyborg. That's what happened.
RoboCop.
Right? Yeah, of course.
RoboGropic.
So that happens. Then the party runs over all the corpses and gets the world map because the boat's ready.
Yeah, Grobik says he'll after he says call upon him whenever you need help. Then he just walks into the stables. I guess he lives here now.
I guess that's gonna be his hangout point.
It's not. He hangs out in Lucia's lab, but it's just funny that that's where he goes.
Okay. Well, yeah, we had to get off the screen because we were running out of frames there.
And that's it. And that is the end of this episode.
It is the end of this episode. Eric, let's consult the real net.
Oh, okay.
Initializing real net.
Whoa, there's a lot tonight. Wow, that's a great picture of me. So SSD Ninja says Chris needs some toner.
I posted a picture of Chris in the real net before we started recording.
Yeah, I do look a lot paler than I actually am.
Mixmaster Chris.
It's because that light is shining directly on me. SSD Ninja says the real-time effects are fucking me up. SSD Ninja says that we won't know about the fact that the effects were fucking up because we don't read their comments. I mean, we read them at the end. Carfo says it's cyborg backwards, so pronounce it like that.
Holy shit.
What?
It is cyborg backwards.
You didn't know that?
No.
I said that like
I don't listen to you. cyborg, your best.
Yeah, it is cyborg backwards. Yeah. So anyway.
God, that's like seeing the arrow in the FedEx logo.
Unipart says, also, I am slowly starting to lean Suikoden. Or polls running right now. It's probably over by the time you hear this. It will be over by the time you hear this. So please tune into our mini-series that's probably good. Or done. Or out there. Maybe. Alter Impulse says you can actually block off the path for the tech for Lucia if you mess up the valve puzzles. So rip Lucia's 7th tech, I guess, for me.
No Doc, no Lucia for Chris.
Yes. Yeah, damn it. All my scientists. Cliff Racer says, pretty sure that spiders and insects do have muscles. Seems like a good thing to ask the fake net.
Initializing fake net.
Each spider leg has 7 segments, so with 8 legs, that's 56 individual body parts to coordinate. Spiders have an exoskeleton, an external frame made of chitin and protein with no internal bones. There are muscles inside the exoskeleton that pull on it to flex the legs and bend them inward. So yes, they have muscles. Are you going to let me out of here now?
Hell Orcha is going to send you to Flavortown. Post picture of Guy Fieri. What? Yeah, we probably should have done that.
One of my favorite 2020 arcs is the redemption of Guy Fieri as like not a fuck.
I know. It's actually changed the way I view him. You know what really changed the way I view him was the episode that he was on of the Hot Wing show, Hot Ones.
Oh, yeah?
Because he was...
Actually pretty good?
He was like full of himself, but also aware of himself at the same time.
That's good.
It was a great little bit. Okay, that's all for the RealNet tonight. Thank you, RealNet, for joining us tonight. We will see you next time. The outtakes are coming up. This episode is a production of Retrograde Amnesia, recorded on today, November 23rd, 2020. Thank you, Mark, for the intro track.
You're welcome, Chris.
Find us on Twitter at Retro Amnesia Pod. Subscribe, rate, and review us wherever you get your podcasts. More importantly, tell your friends about this podcast if you want to. Until next time, Eric.
Yes, we will kill fate.
Will we?
I'm sure. Yeah,
Can't kill fate. Can't defy fate. And now you may go back to sleep. Slumber. The cop approaches and says, "Damn this goody coot." Thief bug, sorry.
Exploring thieving thief bug from what, Ragnarok?
Yeah, I was about to make a Ragnarok Online reference. That I'm going to save that one for the outtakes because no one fucking gets that shit. I imagine Starkey saying that. Like, I have the same reaction to Starkey saying that as I have to, like, when one of my kids uses a word that I don't know that he knows.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, the other day when
Dad was fuckface?
No, the other day when my kids used the word immediately, and I didn't know that he knew that word. He never used it in context.
Multi-syllabled, nice.
And I was like, okay, well, yeah, I'm not going to do that immediately, you fucking asshole, but I'm glad that you know that. Okay.
Prophet tells us to...
What are you cooking here now, Eric?
Tiffany made dinner for me that night. It was a meatball sandwich, toasted hoagie. We had meatball hoagie night.
Oh, good.
It was wonderful.
Sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, it is, unless it's cold.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Your cheese melted beyond recognition.
Well, blame this podcast.
Hey, Chris, I fucked up at work today.
Yeah, what happened?
I was telling one of my friends about when I saw the porno being filmed at the beach last month.
Yeah.
And she asked what beach it was. And I said, instead of Lover's Key where it was, the first thing that came to my brain was Opasa Beach.
Great. Ding noise. Lady Riddel! Lady Riddel! Lady Riddel! Lady Riddel! Lady Riddel! Stop it. Stop doing this.
Wait. Is timeout over? Will you let me out? You can tell both of these fucks grew up in the 80s because they still believe timeout to be an effective measure of enforcing discipline. I can't stand it in here anymore. I can't wait to get out.